Hey guys, my name is Ben, coming at you with a potion craft tutorial. These are mostly going to be some beginner tips, maybe some intermediate ones, could be something you just you missed along the way. Number one, obviously sort your ingredients by elements. You can click on the top there. Elements are the directional movement. Obviously, air is going to go up to the north. Earth goes down to the south. Fire goes to the left, and all the water stuff is going to head to the east. Number two, potion tiers. These aren't quite explained, but we got here a tier 1 potion, sells for a little bit of money. Finagle it up, get inside that shape a little better. That's tier 2, baby, worth more. And finally, picture perfect tier 3 potion, sells for the most. Once you get a tier 3 potion, you want to boil it up and then maybe sell the recipe. You can check the indicator there. Those little bips indicate how strong or weak the potion is. Next up, it's hard to get a picture perfect potion on the first try. Usually you want to try and get behind it and break out the little water ladle, water pitcher, and just drag yourself back. The potion is going to have like a light arrow on it, a small line that indicates the direction you're going to go with the water pour. Between the ingredients and the water pour, you can, again, get pixel perfect potions just right up in there without too much hassle. Next up, I want to mention that water pitcher again. It is free movement. It doesn't matter how far you are. It's going to immediately drag you back to the center of the map. So if you're trying to do a multi-ingredient potion, this is an easier way to go for it without burning resources. Next up, again, water's free movement. Same thing. So you finish the potion. You don't want to burn through ingredient, but you can just water yourself down, drag yourself back, pick up some XP on the way. Next up, the bellows. You can use it for more than just finishing potions. Once the bellows is fired up, every little stir you make actually makes you move a lot faster. This is dangerous though, because it also turns on all those portals, so watch out for that. Like I was saying before, the bellows can kill you really easily if you're not careful. Boom, there you go, dead. Next up, portals are great, but they can also kill you. Obviously, you can use them to travel through things. Boom, new place. But try and remember to not have a whole lot of extra movement when you go through the portal if it's a new one, because you're still going to have to move that distance. And if you end up in kind of a tight spot, you don't really have any other choice but to die. Boom, dead again. That was your mistake. Next up, read the map. So the portals, you don't really have to memorize locations. It's hard to see at first, but if you zoom right on in there, once you've gone through a portal, there's a little dotted line that tells you where the portal will take you. Next up, portals are also free movement. They're great, but they can kill you once again. See, we're not going into the portal, but we're using it. We're riding around it real carefully. And boom, now we're twice as far down as if we just used ingredients on our own. Next up, storage solutions. This is kind of a small one, but if you don't want to keep using your inventory, you can drop everything else on the counter there. Maybe you can group them together. Put all the health ones together, put all the speed ones together. If you got some weird, gross ones that are just some kind of experiments, you don't quite know what you're going to do with it, just toss them in the corner. Someone will buy one eventually. Next up, let's talk about crystals. So everyone else has a regular ingredient, but these crystals have a special magical movement property. There's no title card because I forgot about them, and I didn't want to have to go back and change the numbers. Crystals, instead of moving you like literal physical distance, they make you teleport. So later on, if you got a big old wall in the way, you can just, boom, teleport right on through there. They are expensive, though, so try and not use them for just basic dumb potions. Next up, haggling. This wasn't explained super well to me, but here's how it goes. You go to haggle. Right at the top there, you can select between easy, medium, or hard haggling. Looking at the right, you can see the scales. That's how much money you could gain or lose from a good or bad haggle. So that's that. Start the haggle. Obviously, harder haggles go faster. The icons are smaller. If it feels like you're losing the haggle, you can just kind of tap out, kick those green hands, and you're good to go. If you reach maximum haggle, the thing will just stop on its own, so don't worry about that. Next up, sometimes the NPCs will ask for little quests, like, oh, I need a light, oh, I need some acid. Unlike the regular customers, you don't need to give them the good ones. You can give them the crap potions, they don't care. Next up, buying and selling. This is kind of weird. You can sell ingredients. Don't sell your ingredients. You just lose money. Also, when buying ingredients, try not to buy the marked up red stuff. Try and always buy the green stuff. It's so much cheaper. This goes double for the new recipe pages for your potion book. Those things are real expensive if they're marked up or even at regular price. Try and get them for a discount. Next up, let's talk about the popularity and good and evil mechanic, or you do you. Basically, the good and evil mechanic, it doesn't really seem to do anything. Like, the numbers go up and down, you get angrier people, but it doesn't affect anything. Popularity, that's a bit of a bigger deal. As you can see in the right there, the more you refuse people, the lower your popularity goes, obviously. If you're at higher levels, you lose more popularity per person. It affects how many customers you get a day and how much money you get when you sell a thing, like by percentage. The higher the popularity, obviously, the more and better things you get. You can go up popularity. You can also go down popularity levels, though, so watch out for that. Next up, let's talk about the garden. Let's say you've gone to bed. The second you click go to bed, you realize that you forgot to harvest any of the ingredients for the day. Oh, no. But don't worry. The garden, it doesn't disappear them. It saves them. These are all the things from yesterday plus the new things for today. You can just show up later, pick them. It's not a big deal. It sort of sorts itself out. And finally, let's talk about the upgrades. So there's a couple different upgrades you can choose from. I think a lot of them don't really do very much. The best one is going to be just upgrading the amount you can sell things for money for. Because you need money in this game to buy ingredients, to do movements, to find potions, to sell potions, to buy ingredients. Like, that's the whole gameplay loop right there, is money. So upgrade that one first. The random experience books, I don't think they're that useful. It's like, oh boy, I found a single green book every once in a while. Like, doing everything in this game gives you experience. Like, you don't need a green book. Next up, exploration radius. I think this is pretty helpful. I mean, like, again, you need to find the potions to make the potions. Last up, haggling. I don't think it's expensive, and I think the medium haggling is hard enough. Maybe you have better reflexes than me. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And yeah, so just to recap, there's one sort by element for easy direction, the potion tiers, staying hydrated, water is free movement, fire it up, portals are great and can kill you, read the map, portals are great and can kill you, how to haggle, don't give the merchants the good potions, buy low, sell never, you do you, the garden is going where, and upgrades. Or, if you need an easily rememberable acronym. And yeah, that's about it. Last thing, just, have fun and explore. Let's say you're way out there, you found the actual potion you want to make, and I don't know, you got some time, you got some spare ingredients, might as well just, explore around, see what else you can see. There's a old black hole there. Let's just take it. Let's take a look. Let's see what's inside, or what it leads to. Blah. Oh, that line at the top. So that line, it goes off in the mists or whatever. But anytime you see one of those lines, it means that leads to a potion. So you see one of those lines, it's usually worth it to try and take a look. You can't necessarily make a tier 3 potion right away, but it's good to know where it is. It helps you for later on. Hopping into the portal, making sure you don't have any extra movement because you don't know where it goes quite yet. Boop, and we're through. And yeah, let's just sail on up here and find out what that new potion is. Like I said, it's not going to be a good potion, but it's good to know it's there. Can we make it a level 2? Let's give it a shot. Let's use that water pitcher. It's slanted, so maybe not. Yeah, no, it's staying at level 1. That's fine. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you guys learned something. Have a good day.